I'm Kelsey Zeiser with Women in Comms, and we're here at the NFE and Carrier SDN event in Denver, and I'm joined by Sara Baack with Equinix. Sara, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Equinix.
Yeah, so I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Equinix. Equinix is the world's leading interconnection platform for businesses around the world who come to our data center facilities in now 46 markets around the globe to connect and do business together.
So in regard to some of the recent workplace scandals around treatment of women, the response seems to be disgust but not surprise. Do you think this is indicative of an epidemic in tech, or are these stories the exception?
I think epidemic is a strong word. Yes, I still think there are challenges for creating diversity in the workplace, but I don't think technology is somehow a different hotbed of where those challenges exist. And in fact, I think for many of us, technology is a very vibrant, high growth, fast-paced, place to be. And so I don't want people to feel deterred by those challenges.
So 40% of women think we'll never see an equal split in terms of gender in the industry. Would you agree?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we should define what an equal split really means. I think it probably will be challenging in certain parts of the industry to imagine that the workforce is going to look like a 50-50, mix, or really necessarily a representative sample of the whole world, right? Diversity is not just about male, female, but all kinds of other aspects of diversity that I think are important to cultivate. And I don't know if an equal split so much is the realistic outcome, but I think our goal should be about having more meritocracies in the tech industry, more equal access to opportunities for people, and perhaps just more sensitivity and mindset around how we go about seeking those diverse viewpoints and opinions in our working day.
Thinking back to some of those tales of scandals and discrimination that we've recently been hearing about, where does the tech or comms industry go from here? And do you think those stories will fade away, or will they be the impetus for lasting change?
Yeah. Well, I certainly hope it's the latter. I hope it's the impetus for lasting change. I mean, I think, typically any kind of change in an institutional fashion, has to begin with admitting you have a problem, and so I think those sorts of issues are really doing justice in the sense that they're bringing visibility to some of these challenges in the workplace, and they're also showing the accountability that companies really need to be taking sort of institutionally for promoting diversity in the workplace, because you see the negative impacts to company performance, to their ability to recruit, and ultimately to their future success if they don't address these kinds of challenges. So I think that visibility is really the first step, and so I'm very hopeful that examples of the sort that we've been reading and hearing about are the types of catalysts that will help continue on the journey of progressing diversity as a key pillar of success in not only in tech, but just in the working world in general.
And so what is your biggest piece of professional or personal advice for women in the industry?
Wow, one piece of advice is hard to nail down. I guess there's a quote, and I wish I'd remember the author of this quote, but it's something that sticks with me, and it's very simple. It's just life begins at the edge of your comfort zone, and I think. And I think that's something that I hold in my head around how I conduct myself and how I coach and mentor, people at my company, which is just this notion that you should feel confident about your skills and your capabilities. You should embrace being intellectually curious about things, and you should be willing to take on risks and pursue opportunities, even if they make you feel uncomfortable, or even if you don't feel fully prepared for them, because nobody feels that way. And so I think sometimes women can shy away from things unless they feel fully prepared. And so another favorite saying that I use with my team is, don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. Meaning you have to be willing to take a stand and get out there and push forward. Even if you don't feel 100% comfortable, and even if you don't know all the right answers, you have to trust in your instincts and your capabilities, and that those will carry you through.
Well, thanks so much, Sara. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.